ever used Portal and don't know how to play with it, you're facing Portal users and want to play Portal users on your own, but you don't know how to play with it. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys on how to play with Portal Fruit, as this has been frequently asked throughout the community, and I'm going to answer all your questions and concerns of Portal right now. Portal Fruit is overall a fruit that, you know, has a lot of movement. So if you're playing with Portal Fruit, you have a lot of field to play with. You have a lot of movement, as you can see right here. So this gives you a better chance on this gives you a better chance on having movement on your enemy, regardless on your race. You know, you could be Mink, you could be Cyborg, you could be whatever. I'm gonna show you right now. So if I unequip let's say I'm equipped like something very slow. As you can see, I'm extremely slow right now, but I'm still gonna be fast, as you know, you have a lot of movement things. So you have, if you're using swords that give you movement as well, you're basically good to go. That's just hella overpowered, you know what I'm saying? Portal has many ways that you can use it with. You could use it for, it's basically a spammy fruit. Like if you, let's say for an example, you want to redo the same exact combo and you want to do an infinite combo for an example. You want to do an infinite combo. Infinite combos are pretty much very easy with Portal. You could repeatedly do the same exact thing. You could V-spam. Now, what I really don't recommend doing is to V-spam. You know, if you want to actually get good at the game, I would not just rely on the spam, as basically not every single time your enemy is gonna get inside your dimensional rift, and at one point you're gonna get predicted and people are gonna know how to counter you. So I wouldn't really do that all the time, but you know, if you want to do it, go ahead. Portal, you should always use the parallel escape as your combo starter. You want to know why? Your enemy basically does not know where you're going, so you could be going X and then doing whatever you want. So basically what I would be doing is to just use your soul guitar or any of the guns that you have. Like let's say for an example, Kabocha X or something. You could be using the Portal Z to start a combo just like this and do way more than that. I would play Portal with only gun and sword, since, you know, fruit main doesn't really make sense in that matter, as you only have one move that does damage. Well, you have two moves, but I don't really think that your enemy is gonna, I don't think that your enemy is so dumb that they're gonna get stuck in the quantum leap or something. So I just use sword stats and gun stats. Yeah, that's basically it. Anything else than that is pretty much stupid. I mean, you could use hybrid, but that's personal preference at the end of the day. For the fighting style, I'd be using God Human or Sanguine Art, most preferably God Human. You could be using the current meta build, which is Sanguine Art and TTK, but you know, everything else than that is pretty much God Human. And God Human is just like the most reliable thing nowadays. I feel like God Human is just the most overpowered fighting style anyway, so whatever you do, it is best to just use God Human. If you have low bounty and your enemy has high bounty, what I also would really recommend doing is just to keep your distance and wait until everything is every single one of your moves is like fully recharged and the cooldown is not there anymore. Because if you just start spamming, that's not going to help out. And especially if you're playing against somebody that has high bounty. So I just wait for a certain combo that is pretty much unescapable and just use it on your enemy. Let's say for an example, you have the TTK. What I would really just do is just to get your enemy inside the Z and then start doing X, which will suck your enemy no matter what, since you already can broken him with the Z. And then you could just spam everything. Honestly, what I also would recommend doing, if you want to start combos, it is best to just, you know, get them stuck with like a gun or something. As you can see right here, that can break them. You could basically start combos in all ways that you want, because your enemy is going to be stunned and is going to not be able to do his moves. I don't think it's kentrickable as well, so your enemy will be stuck no matter what. And speaking of this right now, as you can see, I just got flinked in the air without even seeing the X. Did you know that if you go X and do your TTK X, your enemy will not see the X attack? As you can see, that is basically invisible. It will appear on your screen, but it will not appear on your enemy's screen, which will make it harder for your enemy to play. And this is why I'm getting to this point right now. Playing with the TTK sword is basically the best bet that you have. I feel like if you're playing with Portal Fruit, like CDK is just too outdated. Now it's the old meta, but nowadays it's really not the meta that it used to be. As CDK is pretty much escapable. I'm gonna show you right now actually. CDK is so kentrickable, it's not even funny. I'm gonna be equipping my CDK and I'm gonna tell somebody to kentrick it. Alright, so as you can see, Yeah, yeah. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work out. It used to work out, but it's not gonna work out anymore since everybody knows how to Kentrick this. I mean, it's still overall a good sword, but it's not good as it used to be anymore. There's better variations. Let's say for example, you want to use Shark Anchor. Shark Anchor is not escapable, by the way. It's always it's always gonna can break you. And then you have stuff like Dragon Trident, which is even all the worse. Like, which is just bad. Like, just look at this, man. Yeah, that's not gonna work out, man. This is such a brain dead sword. It's actually like hard to escape it, and it has range too. Look, it goes from here to all the way over there, bro. It's actually like crazy, and it does crazy damage. So what I'd say is that Portal is basically the meta nowadays. I don't know if you want to use Rumble, go ahead. But at the end of the day, Portal has been designed to be like the strongest fruit in the game. I don't think that you can even make this up anymore. Also, I just realized, why the hell do I have so many fruits? What is even going on? I have apple, flame fruit, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, that's really what I wanted to say in this video. If y'all got like any, like, you know, this is just hella overpowered. I feel like if you actually know how to play with your fruit, you could be playing good with any fruit. But Portal is just like the best fruit that is out there. You could be also playing with Gravity Cane, by the way. I just realized Gravity Cane and Portal is used so often nowadays because it just brings your enemy to you, and you can bring so many of them as well. So if you have teamers, for an example, look, you could drag every single one just to you immediately. Look. And use it for both of them. You know, that's just hella overpowered. Honestly, I'd also just use God Humans. You know, just God Human will be your best friend while using Portal, since, you know, God Human is basically aimbot. Let's say for an example, you want to hit that, and then boop, and then boop, and then, you know what I'm saying? Feel me? Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Yeah,